This is Nosey with Good Intentions, the podcast.
In every nook and cranny.
This is Michael.
Oh, and Kirk guiding your noses today.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
We're using the big boy camera, so it may look different. We'll see how people like it.
We're going to find out.
Yes, we are.
About a couple weeks.
That's new.
Thanks. It is new.
Hey,
I'm not sponsored or anything. It was a gift.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. Valentine's Day gift?
No. No.
Okay.
Well, maybe.
Oh, Lord. What's your Raptor scope for today?
Well, I have a Raptor quote.
Okay. We're gender fluid. Okay.
Well, you know, in my long lineage of, what was his name?
Who? Jack Harlow?
So I told him what my Raptors quote was going to be today before the camera was turned on. No, what was Jane Angdama-Dingaling? What was it? What was his name?
You talking about 2 Chainz?
2 Chainz.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I figured I would try to use somebody that, you know, I thought did a good job.
Okay.
So I love Lil Nas X.
We know. Yes, sir.
But that's not going to be our Raptor quote for today.
You get him.
However, we'll shout out. He has a song called "Industry Baby."
Oh, okay, I do like that song.
Features Jack Harlow.
Yeah, I like that song. It's on my workout playlist.
Really?
Yeah, I like how it sounds like a marching band. It's a pretty good song.
Yeah.
Do
you like the Medea line?
I did. Yeah. It's
I like
a good
it
song.
too. I can't sing along with the whole line, but just some of it.
Just a few portions.
But Jack Harlow is featured on the song.
Yes, sir.
And because we are of the
same
lacking
persuasion.
melanin together, I can say all of his verse. But he has one line in there that I love. And the first time I heard it, I went, I need that line in my life. And it just says, I didn't peak in high school. I'm still out here getting cuter.
Yes, sir.
And I said, yes. Yes, we are.
Absolutely.
Well, it's been a while. What's on your mind?
I was thinking about it the other day. And
okay.
So my question is, do we have to have experienced something to get, wait, let me quote it correctly. It basically
Quote
is,
yourself.
yes, I know, right? Do you have to have experience to speak or give your opinion on something?
Not so far.
Okay, so does that invalidate, well, you want me to give you an example? Okay, many moons ago.
Last week. Okay.
Yes, sir. Went to marriage counseling. And
okay.
And we were sitting there. And about halfway through the session, I asked the young lady, I said, hey, so how long you been married? She said, oh, I've never been married. And that, in my mind, invalidated everything she had to say.
So here's my question to you.
Yes, sir.
Up until the point where you found out she was never married.
Yes, sir.
Did what she was saying make sense?
She was on my side, and I still felt.
So you,
and it still invalidated it.
Really?
Yeah. Because how can you tell me to stick something out?
So that's interesting, because if she would have been against you, I'd be like, oh, okay, you were looking for a reason.
No, she was on my side, and I still was like, that bitch ain't dead. She ain't had to deal with this shit.
But just because you haven't been married, I mean, it depends on what it is.
Well, I just using that as an example, but
signing the marriage certificate, you don't really know what that feels like until you sign the marriage certificate.
Okay, in my mind, how can you tell me to stick it out when you haven't had to stick it out in that sense?
Okay, but here's my thing. My question back to that.
Okay, and that's just
I was in a relationship for 13 years.
Yes, sir.
Do you think I could give somebody advice about marriage, even though we were never legally married?
You have a caveat because for most of that, you couldn't get married.
Well, thank you for acknowledging the community. We feel seen now. But
you couldn't get married, so I can't really answer that equally. But
let's say that I was not a homosexual. Let's say that my 13-year relationship was me and a female.
Yes, sir.
And we were together for 13 years. Would that make a difference?
Yeah.
Really?
To me, I'm not saying this is everybody's opinion.
Why?
Because if you haven't had to, there's a difference between breaking up and getting a divorce.
Okay.
I think that's a different.
Some paperwork.
That's oversimplification, but yes, that is correct.
It's not like saying, marriage is split the bills.
Please refer to petty episode such and such. But no, okay, I'll give you a different example.
We're not oversimplifying it here.
I'll give you a different example. I listen to Club Shay Shay, and he's a Hall of Fame, Shannon Sharp, he's a Hall of Fame tight end in the NFL. And a lot of gripes.
And his name is Club Shay Shay?
The name of his podcast.
Okay.
Booming. I don't even know why I referred to them. They don't need our shout out. But anyway.
Hey, Shay Shay.
That's a nickname. But so him and a couple other athletes that are now analysts have spoken about how can you really give a true opinion on sports if you've never played it. Like how Skip Bayless can be very critical of athletes and talk all this shit. Oh, you're not clutch and blah, blah, blah. And you ain't never even shot a basketball in the NBA as an athlete. So you've never had that type of pressure.
Clutch, man?
Like a last second game winning shot. So if you have
good under pressure.
Yes, there you go. And if you haven't had to deal with that clutch moment, how can you bash and talk shit about somebody that at least got to that level and attempted the clutch moment, so to speak? So that's why I asked the question, should you have experience in that, whatever, even if it's not criticism, but just giving opinions on it, should you have some form of experience in that lane or field or whatever it may be before you should really be giving your opinion?
Let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever seen a bad wig?
Hell yeah, rest her soul. My grandmother had a bad wig on because they gave her a white woman's wig. My grandmother wasn't white. She was white in complexion, but she had very Native American curly, wavy hair. But they put a white textured wig on her head.
Forever?
Yes, forever. Well, until it disintegrates and whatever.
The wig will always be there.
Oh, yeah, because it's synthetic. Damn, they did my grandma wrong. Lordy.
R.I.P. Katie.
Yes, but yeah, she looked very weird. And we figured out that's what it was.
Do you wear wigs?
Do I wear wigs?
Yeah.
I do get some Beijing in these peak corners right here. I don't know if you can see them. They're mighty thin. Yes, sir. That's not a wig.
Do you have to wear wigs to go, that's a bad wig?
No.
Okay.
That's a good analogy, but can I?
Well,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
That was my basic.
Okay,
I like to build the foundation.
Yes, sir.
So I understand, like, I'll use pickleball, for example. So on the pro level,
yes, sir,
on camera, I'm like, I could do this.
Okay.
Like, just watching it, I'm like, I think I might could do this. When you're there in person and you see the amount of movement they're actually doing, I was like,
I ain't got it.
I'll just watch.
Yeah.
I'll just watch.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you for participating so I can just watch.
Yes, sir.
But I can watch a game and be like, oh, I saw what happened there.
Okay.
That doesn't mean I have to play on the pro. I mean, I wouldn't shit on them.
Right.
I wouldn't be like, oh, messed that up. But I can recognize, like, oh, I saw what happened in this point. And I see, because I have all the time in the world to watch, I see why you lost that point.
Okay. And to co-sign what you're saying, I do understand, like I love football, we all know. And when I watch football, I'm like, God damn, what you didn't do? But did I ever play in the NFL? Hell no. But I'm also in the privacy of my living room talking shit. I'm not on the sideline. Granted, people are on the sideline talking shit in the arena. But
pretty much.
Should we take those opinions? Should those amateur opinions really be valid? Or are we just talking out our ass?
I mean, just because I can say, girl, I saw where you missed that.
Catch the ball.
It doesn't invalidate my opinion, nor does it invalidate their ability to be a professional athlete.
Okay, I can fuck with that. That is an annoying sound. I thought it was just me, and then you stopped.
It's a little creepy.
Yeah, I was like, what is that squealing?
I'm glad it's daylight.
Yes. Yes. If it was nighttime, we get the fuck out of here.
I would be like,
you might be white, but you don't act white. We would got the fuck out of here immediately.
Is somebody scratching on this window? Oh, listen, I don't understand this horror movie thing where the black people are smart and run, and the white people are like, let's investigate.
Because y'all do that in real life. You don't.
Okay.
That's why we're friends. Because you don't act like that.
I'd be like,
I told a fellow stripper the other day, I said, you have got to stop acting white. I swear I did. I would mention his name. Huh?
What was the scenario?
We were at a particular strip club in a warehouse that was mighty chilly. Ask me what he had on.
Shorts.
Yes.
I knew that was coming.
Fucking freezing in that bitch.
Okay, here's what I will say. This is where my Caucasian comes out. Prior to being old.
Yes, sir.
You know I'm old now. Officially.
Yes, sir. We got to do a recap on your birthday festivities if you want to.
Oh, I will, because let me tell you, it's an update to...
oh, hell. All right.
Anyway. So, I forgot what I was going to say.
About being white and wearing
Caucasian.
shorts, and it's -2.
So here's the thing. I used to go out in the snow in shorts when I was younger. Here's why. I was hot all the time.
You were heavier. No offense.
Well, you know,
offense.
Listen, I just want to say, I don't know. Listen, I just want to say, I look ginormous on this camera.
You think so?
Not currently.
Oh.
But when we watch it later,
So?
I want you to say, is this really what you look like in real life? Here's my question.
You're just tall. You're not wide.
Okay, in life, I think that we're similar sizes.
We are. You're just taller than me.
On camera, I look like I am towering over you.
It's because I sit like a little kid, Indian style.
But what I'm saying is, like,
so I ball up.
I'm going to show you.
Okay.
You, and I think some of it is because I had turned my chair to you and you smartly faced the camera. And so I look big as fuck.
You got more profile going on.
I look like I am towering over you.
That's okay.
And you're just like,
because I be
hi,
chilling.
we're Nosey today. And I'm like, we're fucking Nosey going to be in here today. It's and I look at the camera and I'm like, oh God. Yeah,
well,
I
you
guess,
can sit in this style if you like.
I guess I'm going to eat this apple again instead of having me and some chocolate ice cream.
Yes, sir. Why y'all be wearing shorts when it's -2? I know you had insulation, but that's not everybody.
I was always hot.
Okay, but y'all not you. Y'all will have on this big ass coat.
Oh no,
and shorts. I'm like, bruh.
No, I'll have a short sleeve shirt on and shorts.
I told
not now. As you can see,
clothing.
I'm in full clothing.
It's cold
in the house with the heater on.
Yeah. I said, I was about to say his name. I said, hey man, you gotta stop back to white. He said, what? He started laughing. He said, what you mean? I said, you got on shorts. It's freezing in here. I don't think about it.
Yeah,
but you got a jacket on.
Yeah.
So your ass is cold. Put some pants on. He started laughing. We just walked off. But yeah,
I mean, mostly my hands and feet. My hands and feet have always been cold.
My feet been getting colder nowadays too, though. I don't know if it's getting older or what. Like
you're old.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because my feet never was cold.
Mine's from birth.
No, mine was like now it's like shin down is just freezing. Like mid shin to the toes is cold as fuck. And I don't know why.
I don't
understand it.
I don't know.
I want some warmth on my feet.
Mid-shin.
Dead ass from here down is cold as shit all the time.
When you were growing up, did you use the socks that came up that high?
No. Probably as a kid, like a younger kid, yes. But then ankle socks became like the new cool thing. So we started wearing ankle socks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if maybe it was from that.
I don't know, but
there was one.
I got on shin high socks now, and they still cold.
Mid shin,
mid shin.
I hope that's the size name.
Socks.
Mid shin socks.
We can put that as the name. That's the name of the
No, that's the name of when you go to like buy socks. I hope it's called mid shin.
No, I think they're called quarter socks, aren't they?
Are they?
I think so.
Only likes the ones that you can't even see he's got on.
Oh, no shows.
And I go.
I like those visually, but you have to keep pulling them up.
I'm like,
yeah, I don't do those.
I did that.
No, you got to keep pulling those up.
And I had to, you know me.
Yeah.
I'd already bought them, so I had to wear them until they died. I was miserable several years of wearing those socks.
They lasted that long?
They lasted, yes.
I run through socks like every 6 months. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I'm at the gym and they're wearing out from like being on the treadmill and steps and shit on top of.
You didn't go that fast.
I know, but that's a lot of walking. Whatever. Anywho. But so do you think there's a circumstance or situation where an opinion should be invalidated if you haven't had the experience? And I'm not saying you got to be expert level.
Well, I mean, you're as strippers. Mm-hmm. Do you think if we weren't strippers, we could look and be like, I don't think you're doing a good job?
If we understood their interpretation of their dance, yes. If we don't understand their interpretation of the dance, no.
I mean, I will say with pickleball, if you don't play to a certain level, like as an amateur, there are matches that you can watch on the pro level where you're like, this is boring.
Because it's not competitive or they're not that good or having an off day?
Pickleball, okay, so if you think like paddle sports or racket sports, so if you think like ping pong, tennis, even badminton now, I mean, have you, listen.
You showed me that shit was competitive as hell. I got to give it to Kirk.
Camera one.
Yes.
If you have not watched badminton recently, listen.
It's competitive as fuck. I give it to you.
I don't know if they're Chinese. I don't know what Asian country they're from.
Somewhere in Asia.
Those are athletes.
Yeah, I give it to them, yeah. Like, I don't know if y'all seen Forrest Gump where Forrest is like going back and forth. I did not know badminton could be that competitive. I'm accustomed to a bunch of old drunk guys hitting it.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey! No, these motherfuckers was,
oh, yeah. Jumping in the air.
Yes. I've never leaped in the air playing badminton.
No.
Ever.
No. Most of the time you're like, oh, fuck. Let me go get the birdie.
Right.
Where'd the birdie go? Did anybody see where the birdie went?
Slow. It's not,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was very fast.
Oh, listen. It's insane now. But those, if you watch those and then you watch pickleball, those are like, they say checkers and chess.
Yeah, I love chess. But I can play checkers.
Checkers is very fast paced. You're just trying to get it past the other person.
Chess is strategy.
Pickleball is all about movement, ball placement. You're not getting it past somebody. It's a plastic ball. You know what I mean? So when I watch pickleball, I can watch it for hours. Only's like, are you still watching pickleball? Like, he loves it. He has me and him don't watch it the same way. I'm watching it and I'm going, I see exactly what they're about to do. Yep, there it went.
Oh, because you're seeing the strategy as it unfolds.
Yes, and I love it. Love to watch it.
So I watch football like that. I know you're like, it's okay. But there is strategy. With football. Yes, sir.
I'm sure there's a strategy to it.
It's down and distance. It's situational.
But there's also like, you're either going to pass it or hand it off.
Okay.
Right? Those are your two options.
The main ones, yes.
Okay. I don't mean kick it, because I know there's a kick it.
Right, but you can also do a wildcat formation where you snap it directly to the running back. He can run it. It is it's not a handoff, but it's a form of.
We'll just call it a handoff.
It's not a handoff, it's a snap, but fair enough.
We'll call it a dodge and grab. The quarterback dodges the ball and it gets to the other person.
No, there's strategy to it, though.
I understand there's strategy to it.
You just don't know all of it.
I don't know what it is. Right. So I would not want to be the announcer for the football game.
He threw the ball again.
Because I would be like,
a different person in the same jersey
off to number 20 again. Guess he must be a good runner.
Announcer of a lifetime.
They might ask me now. Now that I've given my preview, they might ask me to do it.
No, I will say, though, when you made that example of using a wig, and it's still in the hair realm, but you don't have to be a barber to know if a person has a fucked up haircut.
Right.
But I think that's more based on visually pleasing.
Nuance.
Expound, please.
So I'll go back to the wig example. Okay. So the wig example, you can look, and if it's a rough wig or if it's,
tilted, leaning like faux
if
flats.
It looks like the wind's blowing, there's no wind outside. Anybody can be like, wow, you're barely hanging on to that, ain't you?
Okay.
But to the untrained eye, there's a lot of wigs where I'm like, is that a wig?
Me too.
But people that really do wigs and know about wigs, they can be like, oh, Wiggy McWiggering over here. Oh, she's wigging out over here.
Wiggy McWigger. You can change the W to an N. No, my grandmother put me on game one time. I seen this guy. I was like, oh, she cute. Her hair look nice. My grandma said, baby, that's a wig. I was like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. When I learned about hair, I was like, wow, a whole new world. I was like, what on earth are you talking about? I did not know any of that stuff.
Okay.
Weave, sew in.
Yeah. Well, that's a different demographic, so you know. But I'll give you, okay, let me throw a curveball at you. So what if it's stuff like finance? Should you be taking advice about finance? No. You ain't like me to see? For somebody who got bad credit or they live in check to check or they're just really bad with their money. That shouldn't be the person you listen to about money.
Camera Uno, if you're, okay, so let's say you have a friend.
Yes, sir. Me.
Let's say you have a friend that you co-host a podcast with and they're bad with money.
Me.
Here's my advice.
Yes, sir.
Sit down with that person and go, tell me about finance.
So you know what not to do.
Everything that comes out of their mouth, I want you to write it down and never do it.
Do the opposite.
Never do any of it.
Yes, sir.
So you know what? Maybe you should talk to people about financial advice.
See what I'm saying, though?
Yeah.
So maybe it depends on what the topic is or something that maybe is more so strategic.
Maybe.
Because cutting hair is not a strategic thing, the actual giving of the haircut. But there is a formula to it. But it's a pattern. And so once you do the pattern, it's pretty much the same thing. You just do it started at a different part of somebody's head. Like if you want a high and tight, a marine haircut, you start the fade higher. But the pattern to creating the fade is essentially still the same. You still do 2 guidelines and you blend those guidelines. You just blend, or if you get a temp fade, which is what I get, it's in the temple area.
Yeah.
But
is that why it's called a temp fade?
Yeah. It's actually, because people will say you want to take, on the West Coast, they say a taper fade. But the word taper means to fade. So you're saying, do you want to fade?
Shit on them.
I'm a barber. I mean, I can do that.
If you're listening on the West Coast.
Yes. They be
you're
like,
an idiot.
When I go over there to see my son, I go, I have to say it. I'll say temp fade. I used to say temp fade all the time. They'd be like, what? And they'd be like, I'd be like, fade it right here. Oh, a taper fade. I'm like, that means to fade. But yes, a taper fade.
Did you say that?
No, I'm not getting cut or getting a fucked up haircut. So taper fade it is.
Did you say it after the haircut was done? No. By the way, taper and fade are the same thing.
Absolutely not. I paid my money, paid my tip, and got the fuck on. I know how to mind my business.
Next time you go, you should say, I need the fade taper. And when they go taper fade, you go, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Same thing.
Most of them are Hispanic. There's one black barber. He's a black barber shop over there in this where my son lives, and he's super nice. But because he's like, that's the only black barber shop that I've known in the area. It's always packed. So yeah, black folks, we ain't on time about too much of nothing. So I don't need to be sitting in line for no 2 hours getting no haircut. Listen, my barber here, I have appointments.
Only tries to give me a hard time. And he'll go, are you not ready yet? And I'll go, I'm not about to be. And I'll be standing at the door waiting on him.
Yeah, it's weird. I think couples, one of them is old. I always say to my household, I say, we got the slowest moving family in show business. It takes us forever to do anything. I am always the first one out the car. I'm always the first one.
Which is sad.
Ready. Yes.
No offense to the rest of the family.
Yes. I was like, come on.
Because I'm about 30 minutes ahead of you.
Yes. Yes. You are always punctual. I'm always late.
Yeah.
Not always, but like 60-40.
Except when Only's with me.
Yeah, about 60-40 I'm late.
Yeah.
Give or take. Give or take.
That's generous.
It increases depending on the time of year. But yeah, so I don't know. But would you consider hair or hairstyling or / cutting an art form?
I can tell you if your haircut's bad.
Yeah.
But I couldn't give you a haircut.
See, so
I could give you a bad haircut.
Absolutely. And so I guess that's why that made me think maybe it's because, I don't know though, because art is subjective. And to me, hair is a form of art. Okay. But like you said, you still know a bad haircut, whether you can do the haircut or not.
Yeah.
Versus I'm coming to you talking about, oh, you need to get your finances in order, and I'm about to get evicted. They don't repossess my car. My bank account's $400 negative. I'm probably not the person you should talk to about finances.
Yeah.
But to spin it back though, at the same time, so do you feel a person that's never been married can give marriage advice?
Yes.
Do you think a woman who's never been a man can give men advice on being a man?
Depends on what the advice is.
Okay, give me, if you could think of any examples, what would be advice?
If it's relationship advice, it'd probably be pretty smart to listen.
Okay. What if it's how?
Because you can get a perspective, the other perspective.
Okay, what if
in your heterosexual relationship?
Well, you got it made because you both guys.
Yeah.
But okay, so what if they're trying to give you advice on how to be a dad?
That I made good choices.
We know. 3 years strong, baby.
3 years.
But okay, what if it's a woman trying to tell a man how to be a dad?
It depends on what it is.
What you mean?
Here's the problem. You know my stance on a lot of this stuff.
Here's the thing.
Well, here's my thing. Mm-hmm. Being a dad, we've made up what that means through trial and error or whatever's going on. Manual, I mean, here's what I find fascinating.
Yes, sir.
When you go to places that have been around for a long time, like maybe like,
you mean like cultures?
Well, like a mansion or something that's been like from the 1800s, and they talk about like how there was always 2 bedrooms. There was one for the husband and one for the wife, and they never, they would meet in one room,
get it on, and go back to
create offspring, and then they would go back to their own rooms.
Yes, sir. My dad's parents didn't sleep at least from my existence. They never slept in the same room, but they always said it was because one of them snored. I don't know how true that was, but they ain't know my business.
No, I don't think it is. Listen, I Love Lucy. They never slept in the same room.
You think that was to keep it rated G, or
no? That was culturally what was happening. Oh. People that had I'm sure at a certain point it became a status symbol.
Oh, I have many rooms.
We have 2 rooms. 2 rooms to sleep in.
Oh, my grandparents, they had 3
rooms to sleep in.
Well, 3 bedrooms. They didn't sleep in 3 different rooms, but
but sleeping in the same room was sort of a sign of poverty.
Why? You're supposed to roll over and get you some.
Because
I don't enjoy those luxuries, but
I don't think that was the thought process.
So they was having scheduled sex.
Sure.
I'm just being extra, but I'm just sure. If you think about it.
Yeah.
Again, I don't enjoy those luxuries, but I would like to be able to roll over and get some.
Yeah.
I roll over as a 5-year-old right there.
I try to give a heads up. I'm like,
you ready?
I say, save some energy. That's my code word.
What?
I'll look at Only and I'll be like, he'll say, I'm going blah, blah, blah. And I'll go, save some energy.
That's the name of this episode. Save some energy.
And that's my code phrase.
You nasty.
Like, we about to do this when you get back.
Oh, Lordy. Save some energy.
But
you're a mess. I
But now anytime I say that, everybody's gonna be like, oh God.
You nasty.
But I like to give a heads up.
Okay, that's fair warning.
Here's your warning.
I see you when you come back.
It's not taking advantage of if I let you know ahead of time. What were we talking about?
Saving energy.
What were we talking about before that?
The 2 bedrooms, the sleeping in separate rooms, and shit like that.
So I mean, like, us caring about children is sort of recent history.
Caring about them as far as
like as human beings,
right? Because you're going to get out here and work, yeah,
right.
Tend to this field.
I mean, it wasn't even that long ago. Like you had multiple kids just in case a few of them didn't make it.
I told you my great aunt she has 12. I think she had 16 total, or 14. Because a set of triplets, 2 of them died.
Yeah.
So there's only 1 left.
Right.
She's still here with us, but yeah.
But just in case any of them died, you had replacement children at the ready.
12 on deck.
Correct. So, but it was like people that have a lot of kids now people are like,
Why?
why?
I agree. Why?
Because there's no reason.
I have 3. This third one was not planned. And I'm not mad about it, but.
Was the second one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I keep it funky.
You know I'm fascinated.
Whatever.
You know I love a good mess.
Yeah, so you ain't shit. We're gonna expose Mr. Chappelle immediately.
No. I love a good situation.
Yeah, situationship. Yay. But now that we've embarrassed me.
Listen.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, this whole thing with kids
Yes, sir.
is sort of new.
Is it?
Like us giving a shit about kids, other than them being like
Free labor.
To free labor, to
Pass on
carry on the
generation,
name, whatever. Like, we now care about kids as human beings
We care about what they think.
and what they think.
Unfortunately.
Not unfortunately.
I mean, their opinions matter, but they should matter to a certain extent. Only because they don't.
Child opinions matter.
They do, but only there should be a cap on it. I mean, there should be. You're not even old enough to really do anything. Your responsibilities as a kid essentially are do good in school, clean your room, and listen to your parents, in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So anything above and beyond that is cool, but we all have lanes to stay in.
Yeah. I don't really give parenting advice.
Okay, should you give parenting advice if you have no children?
But I will say this.
You know badass kids.
My face is giving you advice. When I hear your child say, bitch, I go, what?
I wish my kids would. I've heard all my kids have said damn or ass at least once.
Yeah.
Not at me, but just like, okay, prime example, my oldest, she was little.
She said, damn your ass.
You stupid. No, I was playing a game. She said, beat his ass, daddy. I was playing like a fighting game. I was like, my baby cheered me on. Wait, what the fuck you say? I see what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
But see, that's that white people shit. Black people typically don't, well, this generation is a little different, but historically, black children did not curse.
I was about to say, comment below if you think
this generation is a little different, but historically, black children did not curse their parents.
Yeah.
Hell, we used to be scared to curse in front of them as adults, let alone cursing at 10 and 12, talking about, fuck you, mommy.
Yeah.
Nah, that would be a great day for this episode. Fuck you, mommy. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's
should non-parents give parenting advice? Like out loud. Not amongst each other, like that's some badass kids.
Sometimes I think like you need somebody that's not in the situation you're in.
Or an outside perspective.
But also like, why?
Why what?
Why
give advice?
Someone to look at you and go, why? Why even?
Why'd you create these fuckers?
Why? No. Well, I mean, that's the first question. But even just like, I'm trying to think of a situation you've told me about where I'm just like, why? Why even do that?
Well, I got a homeboy. He got 8 kids. I love him to death, but I've told him to his face. I said, "Why you got so many kids?" He explained that that's not my business to tell. But I said, "Bro, I joke with him.
That's too many.
That's too many.
It's 8 too many.
It's about 6 too many." And I got 3. So, But yeah. I'm just saying, that's a lot of kids. And I'm not going to use him. For example, other people. There's people like my aunt, my great aunt. She's been passed away. But if she didn't have like a farm and actual like hogs and shit to do, why the fuck do you have 12 kids besides lack of birth control?
Hogs.
Oh, yeah. They used to.
What's the difference between a pig and a hog?
I have no idea. Is it a boy?
Oh.
I don't either.
I just know a heifer.
Is a baby. That's a female cow.
A female cow.
Yeah. And a male cow is a bull, right?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
I don't think all male cows are bulls.
No? I don't know. I
don't either.
Didn't my oldest say the other day, was you with us? Or was it just me and her?
Well, from time to time, I do randomly jump in the car with y'all.
Because it impressed me because I did not know what they were called. I don't think it is a bull. It's a
bovine.
Is it a calf?
No, that's the baby.
Oh yeah, it's a calf. Yeah.
Or the back of the leg.
You ain't shit. She said that is a baby cow or the back of your leg. That's the mid shin.
I think bovine.
Is it?
Maybe that's just cow. Maybe bovine's just cow. Another name.
A wagyu?
Wagyu.
Yes, those are some good ass steaks, but they're not worth the price.
No. I think they're made up.
What?
I think they just put a word on there.
What's the Japanese word for beef? I believe. No, Kobe is the Japanese word for beef. What is Wagyu? I don't know what Wagyu is.
Oh my God. So listen. Okay. You know, I'm learning how to cook. Well, I went to a restaurant.
Yes, sir.
And I've decided I've got a new dish I'm going to try at home.
Yes, sir.
So I went to this Mexican restaurant and I saw a dish that I'd never heard of before. Doesn't mean it hasn't always been there. I just have never seen it.
Yes.
New to me.
Yes, sir.
So it was pollo chicken.
Chicken, yeah.
Encremado.
With in cream?
Cream.
Yeah.
Pollo, chicken and cream.
Yeah.
Listen.
Banging. Bussin'.
When I tell you that was the best meal at a Mexican restaurant I've ever had in my entire life.
What all was in it?
Okay.
Obviously chicken and cream, but was there other stuff in it?
You want to know what the cream was?
Was it
Can you guess?
Sour cream?
Yep.
I know my cream.
I know my cream as well.
Yes, sir.
So.
Ew, you nasty. Save some energy.
Okay.
Oh, Lord, it saves some energy.
Oh, man. So.
That is the phrase for the week.
So.
I'm going to quote you on Facebook.
Oh, shit. Listen. Okay. If you're not following Michael on Facebook.
Oh, Lord, I've been going in. I'm done now. I'm on sabbatical for a month.
I don't believe you. But let me tell you my new favorite pastime. Commenting on your post.
Oh, I noticed. You're a whole asshole.
I don't comment on anything.
I know. Because you never pop up on my feed.
Your post, comment all the time. I'm commenting all the time.
You see, I had to smoke.
Back at me?
No, for other people.
Oh. Yeah.
It happens, you know.
Well, anyway, if you're not following Michael on Facebook, you should. So,
yes, sir.
Chicken and cream. Okay, listen. So, I like shredded chicken.
Okay.
Just in general.
Versus what?
Like chunks of chicken.
Oh, the blocks.
Or like
chunks of chicken. Oh,
strips.
I'm tripping. I thought you said shredded
chicken strips.
cheese. I'm sorry. Go ahead. For some reason, you said shredded chicken. I was like, oh, yeah, shredded cheese.
You're like,
okay.
yeah, cheese.
Yeah. Same.
No.
Yeah.
Different.
Queso.
So, but I also like it. The little. Here's what I don't like. Okay. Here's what I don't like about the Mexican restaurant.
Yes, sir.
Chicken.
Okay.
If you get the chunks,
yes, sir.
There's always burnt spots.
You don't like a good little burn?
Normally, I love a burnt spot.
Oh, okay.
Like
grilled food. You like a little char, yeah.
Like a little char.
Yeah.
I love a char. Except for encremada.
Oh, you don't like it in the cream?
It's cream.
And crunch.
Rice. Chicken. Crunch. Burnt.
Oh, the textures. Okay.
And it's also a burnt taste.
Yeah, because it doesn't cover
I don't want a burnt taste
unless
with sour cream also. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I don't like too much burn on my taco shell.
Yes.
Soft or
perfect
crunchy.
example.
Yeah, I don't like too much burn.
So they still gave me the regular chicken, but it was still the best meal I've ever had in a Mexican restaurant. But next time I'm going to make sure that I emphasize chicken shredded.
Oh, you can pick?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
At the ones I go to.
Are they franchises or are they just whatever?
Is there a franchise Mexican restaurant?
I think Papa's and
Not
beer.
like,
I think it's overrated no, Papa's and beer is good. Chewy's is nasty as fuck. Our sister podcaster Gabby loves Chewy's. I think that shit is regular. It's regular as fuck.
Gabby, it's not good.
So you don't like Chewy's
If you're listening, it's not good.
No, I had tamales.
I've only been once, and I was like...
I've been 3 times, and I've never been like, this is banging.
I was like, could I have my money back?
Yeah, that shit is nasty. I'll give you a prime example. I had homemade tamales last year when I went to see my son in December.
Okay.
I got to learn how to make them. One of these days, I'm going to sit my ass down and make me some, right? The first
Can I be invited?
It's so good. The first time I ever had
I'll take that as a yes, since you didn't say yes
Absolutely.
or no.
Come on to the West Coast. My bad. But the first time I ever had a tamale was at Chewy's. That shit was salty, nasty as fuck, and I was like, what's the hoopla about these? Then I had them homemade.
We went to Chewy's.
Did we? No, it's a different spot.
What was that place? Me, you,
I know you're talking about me,
only,
you, Gabby.
and Gabby went to.
I can see it in my mind because the roof was yellow and the sides were brown. It's right in front of Lowe's.
And we sat in a round booth.
Yeah, and the waitress was really cool, I think.
It was a guy.
Oh, yeah. He joked with us and we shut the shit with him. Yeah, I do remember that. My bad. But yeah.
She was great.
Yeah. Hey.
All of him.
Hey, all of him. Hey, speaking of him and her, you don't you don't watch The Boys, right? On Amazon Prime. You don't have Amazon Prime, I'm sure. It's a very realistic take on superheroes based on a comic book. It's super dope. They have a spinoff called Gen V. And it's like kids that are groomed through this college that are going to be superheroes and replace the current big time superheroes. And one of them is called Bigender. So he was born a boy. So all these people got these powers from this shit called Compound V. Like they give it to your kids and you think your kids are going to have superpowers. And sometimes they do get superpowers, but you don't pick the superpowers. So this person he's Asian character. Don't know what type. Some
representation.
Hey, so he was born a boy. They gave him the Gen V, the Compound V or Z, one of the two. All these letters, whatever. So his powers manifested. He has one set of powers when he's a boy, and he can switch back and forth between a boy and a girl. When he's a girl, he has a different set of superpowers. And I did not know bigender is that just basically a way of saying transgender? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Your face is priceless.
I guess bigender.
That means you have two genders.
Yeah, that would be my guess. I've not heard of bigender.
It's a show. I don't know if that's a real label.
You can be both at the same time.
No, they had a fight scene. He and she was whipping ass. Like I don't know if that was
Herm.
Yes. What is that character from Mad TV that was a boy? And
Pat.
There you go.
Androgynous.
Yes, there you go. Thank you.
Pat was kicking ass. There's your title. Pat was kicking ass.
We'll write that down. Pat was kicking ass. Cause let me write today.
Okay, while you're doing that, I think we've derailed 3 times on our own derail.
That's okay.
So let me tell you really quickly about this chicken thing, just in case you're out there really wanting to know what my meal was, or give a shit.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got to respond.
Go ahead, bigender. You already wrote your thing down.
Oh, so yeah.
I thought that was going to take longer.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. Tell me about the chicken. Pollo con cream.
So anyway, it was chicken.
Yes, sir.
Clearly, and it was sour cream and cheese dip.
Oh, okay.
Mexican rice. I mean, not Mexican rice. Mexican rice. And so you just sort of mix it together.
Mm-hmm. It's like a fondue.
It was so good.
Okay.
It was poblano chilies.
Ooh,
it had poblano chilies in it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Now that was a good char.
Yeah, good char.
That was a good char.
Good char. Like good charred pepper.
Meat char, I'm not so big on with like sour cream cheese, and then meat char, but like pepper char,
it
was nice.
Yeah, because it blisters the skin. And
it gives the flavor.
Yeah. It's good as well. I'm sorry. So anyway.
Bigender.
Yes. So bigender, I don't know the character's name though. That sucks. I don't know any of the characters' names.
I thought his name was bigender.
No, that's his description.
Oh.
Yeah, his characterization.
Do they look different?
He looked at the camera.
Do they look different?
They look like they could be siblings. It might be a set of fraternal twins. Yeah, fraternal is where it's 2 eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, they look like they could literally be fraternal twins.
Yes.
Which is super cool. I mean, I don't know if being a fraternal twin is super cool. It's really cool that whoever the characters are playing this one person actually look like almost like not the same person, but look like siblings.
Do you think it is the same person?
No, it's not the same person. Because when Pat turns into a boy, he's taller and he has more definition as far as muscle, but he's still a college kid or whatever. Whereas when Pat turns into a girl, she's shorter.
Okay, let me ask this question.
Yes, sir.
Is there a costume?
No, they physically look like a different person.
Okay.
They don't have their costumes yet until they graduate.
So they just look like a person.
Yeah.
Like in a tank top.
Okay, prime example.
So it'd be hard to. My question being, if you're let's say the character that they hired is
it's not
biologically a male.
No, it's not the same actor.
Okay,
yeah.
that was.
Okay, gotcha. My bad.
If you put on a suit You can put some makeup on and throw some fake boobies.
Yeah, there's a terrible
and
movie.
they'll look like a girl.
Yeah, there's a terrible movie.
Versus 2 actors.
No, there's a terrible movie. The girl who plays Vin Diesel's girlfriend in all the Fast and Furiouses. Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
That movie is high.
No, I've not seen it. I've seen Fast and the Furious.
She plays. I can't remember if
she's an interesting person.
She's aged horribly. She used to be super fun. She used to be super fun.
Okay.
She done got a little wrinkly in the face, and it ain't flattering. But no, there's a movie before you go. There's a movie she plays. She's either a boy who gets her. She's like an assassin. She gets captured by this arch nemesis crime syndicate, and they either turn her into a girl or she goes from a girl and turns her into a boy. Either way, when she's a boy, she looks a hot fucking mess.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Thank you. There
is
you
that
go.
Her name?
Yes. Yes, it is. She used to be super fine. Damn, she done got regular.
Here's my thing with her.
Look at all these opinions we're giving with no experience. I've never been trans.
I've never been a Rodriguez.
Or a bigender.
I've never been in the movie.
Neither have I. Well, go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's another example.
What? See how
can you not watch a movie? Can you not watch a movie and be like,
that's some bullshit right there?
That was terrible acting.
Yeah.
Magic Mike.
I've only seen the first one.
It's bad.
Is it?
Specifically, this one person.
Jada Tatum?
It's the female character. She's god awful.
I thought Jada Pinkett. No, she's the club owner, isn't she?
How could you leave me, John? I was like this.
How did you get this job, ma'am?
I'm like, are you the director's daughter?
Is that bad?
Turns out I think it was the producer's daughter.
I rest my case. Nepotism.
Listen, if you've never, okay, listen. If you're out there, go on YouTube and just search Magic Mike, the first one.
I'm trying to look at the battery. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Like clips of the movie.
Yes,
and
sir.
Watch this girl.
I think the battery's going strong. We got half a battery. Okay, cool.
Is it still recording?
Yeah, 48 minutes.
It's so bad. She cries and I was laughing.
I laughed at a very non-funny moment as well. But I've known
you never.
Shit. I was watching Gen V and the guy was having a mental breakdown. That was when the bigender character was kicking the shit out of him. He had a nervous breakdown out in front of the school, butt ass naked, because his powers is like fire, and he burnt his clothes off in the fight. They don't show it, but you could see like his butt cheek or whatever and his chest. But it's implied he's naked. Man, when I tell you, he flew up and he was like, him and his childhood friend, they embraced. He was like, I love you. Just trying to calm him down. And then he said, I love you too. And he flew up to the sky and just blew himself up. And I busted up. See, that's funny. He was like, I love you too. We're going to do this together. It's going to be okay. He flew over there and just blew himself up. He exploded himself. That shit was funny as fuck.
What was the point?
I don't know.
That seems dumb.
There's another scene.
You're not encouraging me to watch this show.
It's a fire ass show
because it
so
sounds stupid.
It's funny as fuck. There's another good scene in The Boys, which is the original, which still comes on.
The Boys.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
the original is called The Boys.
It's been on for I might have the number wrong, but it's 3 to 4 seasons. They're working on the next season.
Okay.
Because these exist in the same world. And so,
okay,
man, there's a scene. It's the opening scene of the most recent season. That shit funny as fuck. So the character, his powers is shrinking, right? He's with his boyfriend. So he shrinks down, and he is inside his boyfriend's penis, touching the inside of the walls, like sexual, like in a good, like he's getting his rocks off. Why does the little guy sneeze and expand and blow his boyfriend up? That shit funny as fuck. I love that show. That shit, it's realistic as well. That is, yeah, it's visually disgusting to see a little person inside of a urethra, right?
And then explode.
He sneezed and he came back to regular size and the guy exploded. Yeah,
his whole body.
Yeah, he exploded him. It's very graphic.
I don't think I want to watch this.
It's funny as hell. You should watch it. I'm gonna give you the login.
I'm good.
Or I'll give you this bootleg website. Won't say it here, but I got you. You can watch TV and
bootleg.org.
Nah, it's called.
I probably won't watch it.
You can pull out the laptop and watch it.
I probably won't.
That's okay. Well, you should.
I probably won't.
I know. It's funny as hell though. But anyway, see, I can judge this show. I've never
seen it. I'm judging it.
No,
I've never seen it. I said this show shit.
That's gruesome. But no, so to circle back, and we've derailed for 35 minutes. Okay, so do you think? I think in a nutshell, being critical of stuff that you haven't done or have any experience in, I think it makes sense if it's stuff that's more subjective, like art, haircuts, things of that nature.
Sometimes I wonder, like my friend, she owns the restaurant. I've never owned a restaurant.
Okay.
But it's possible if she was talking to me and I was like, have you ever done this thing? It is possible, not doesn't mean it will happen or has happened. This has not happened, but it's possible that they might be like, oh, you know what? Actually, I never thought about that. Sometimes I wonder if not knowing a lot about something makes you ask questions to get the person that knows a lot about it to think about it slightly differently.
Okay, so then maybe it's if you convey your opinion in a critical
like you
way.
with football.
Okay.
When I go, what does that mean? And you have to explain it to me. It's possible that you might be like, oh, that's what that is. Even though you already know a lot about football.
I can agree with that. But I guess then maybe it just shouldn't be in a critical capacity.
Or what do they call the echo chamber?
Yeah.
Where you're talking to somebody that knows exactly what you know and you're just literally agreeing with each other because you both know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you want that pat on the back.
Yeah.
That's not.
Is that what it's called, an echo chamber? Yeah.
It's like on the internet when you just get in a group chat or whatever and it's all the same people with the same type of opinion.
Yeah.
You're like, there's no pushback. Nobody disagrees.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we should kill babies. Nobody disagrees.
Not currently.
Depends on, who your governor is. But
well,
I don't know. Oh, I did want to ask, do you want to read the email today or next week?
We got an email.
We did. Want to read it now?
Would it tie into this? Not really.
No, it's not a specific question.
Maybe we should keep them in suspense about what the email is for one more week.
Oh, that's trifling, but I'm down. I am down.
Next week, you'll find out why that's funny.
Oh, Lordy. Man.
We did get an email, though, and we will respond.
Absolutely.
As we've always committed to responding here on the podcast.
Absolutely. Okay, so this will be out after the Super Bowl.
Okay, so listen.
I just want to see who he's going to pick just for shits and giggles and shats and gaggles.
What?
Who are you picking to win the Super Bowl?
Who's in it?
The Chiefs and the 49ers. Just throw it out there.
What colors?
The Kansas City Chiefs are red, white, and yellow. The 49ers are red, white, and gold.
Shut up.
I'm dead ass. And it was a conspiracy theory that anytime the logo...
And the Commander's red and yellow.
No, I say we're barbecue and honey mustard, but fair enough.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of teams that are red and yellow and white? Or some version of that?
I think those are the only three. The Falcons are red, black, and white. What other red teams are there? The Patriots are red, white, and blue, or red, blue, and silver, whatever.
I'm glad that it's not red, white, and blue. I'm glad that they did silver instead of white.
There's white in their uniforms. They have white-based uniforms.
Oh.
Yeah. They are the Patriots.
I'd rather it be silver. It'll show up better.
So who are you going to pick? The Chiefs or the 49ers?
Where's the Chiefs from? Kansas City?
Yes, sir.
Kansas or Missouri?
Kansas City.
Kansas. There's two.
I know.
There's technically one.
Yeah, there's a state and there's a...
No. Kansas City
Yeah.
is both in Kansas and Missouri.
Oh, the city falls like on the border.
It's on the border.
I don't know. I've never been there.
I wondered.
And the 49ers are
I bet
in
it's
San
on the
Francisco.
line.
It probably
So
is.
they could share it.
Yeah.
And San Francisco is California.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, let's go with the Chiefs. Let's go with Middle America.
Okay. I think the Chiefs will win, but I
don't know anything about these players. I know the 49ers just from history.
Right. I'd like the 49ers to win because the coach, his dad won 2 Super Bowls as a head coach for the Broncos. And I think it'd be kind of cool that a father and son both have coached a Super Bowl winning team. I think that'd be cool.
It all comes back to daddy.
Okay, I'm gonna give you this, and then we can get the fuck out of here.
Is it a daddy's story?
No, my dad, he tripped me out. I
love it already.
He don't like, comment, or subscribe to none of the shit I post on Facebook. I forgot we followed each other, right? So I went on my rant a couple weeks, or like a week or two ago.
About him?
No, just my giving people smoke.
Okay.
And he sent me I had something on Facebook where I was like, man, I really wish I could be immature and just go live and say some wild shit. I didn't say some wild shit, but that was the gist of the thing. He texted me, he's like, hey, I saw your post. So you don't ever like any of the, not necessarily you got to like my ghetto ass, I want to go live and act a fool post.
Daughter to father.
You've like none of the shit you've seen on my wall, huh? But you've seen that, which means you've seen the other stuff. You have consciously chosen not to comment or like or share none of my shit. Thanks, man.
I love it.
That's some bullshit.
I love it.
Am I tripping?
I love it.
Would you feel some type of way? You probably wouldn't give a fuck. But would that be weird?
Pappy is he
even on Facebook?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you got Facebook?
Oh yeah. 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 Sometimes I go, no, Pappy. This is not the one you meant to post.
Yes, let's try that again.
He posts a lot about he's the assistant coach to my sister.
Oh, okay.
His daughter.
So he puts like pictures and stuff of them playing and stuff like that.
No. He puts like coaches quotes and stuff, inspire the youth. And I'm like,
where was that when I was a child?
I'm like, daughter to father. No, like some of the stuff I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good way of looking at coaching.
Mm-hmm.
But
go get him, Dad.
As you know, I've been a coach myself, so I can critique coaching.
Good job. I'm glad you've had that experience.
No, but sometimes like he'll put stuff on there, and I'm like,
don't do that.
Pappy, sit down. But I love that. I love that your dad is just scrolling through, and he's like, "There's my son."
Won't acknowledge none of my posts.
But he sent you a text. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's like, I wanted to send you this scripture. Maybe that could help you with what you're going through.
Nosey with good intentions at gmail.com.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Fuck, we didn't say it again at the beginning.
We're supposed to say it a couple times. I remembered this morning when I took my oldest to school and it disappeared from my mind as soon as we pressed record.
Yeah.
I got to work on that.
I don't know what is going on. Anyway, if you're watching here on YouTube, we'd appreciate it if you'd like, comment, subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Especially if you're a daddy.
Lordy, how do you see all that shit? This nigga.
I love that he scrolled through nothing.
This nigga.
Then he found one and he was like, here's God's word about it. Love it. Yes. Love it. So anyway, we've got Instagram, Knows with Good Intentions. Make sure you follow there. If you're listening, hi, how are you out there? Hope you've enjoyed. Nosey with Good Intentions on wherever podcast interface you have.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you subscribe and give us the best rating, most stars.
The highest, most bestest possible rating.
That right there.
That right there.
That right there. We also have Snapchat. If you have Michael's number, it'll be whatever you have him saved as. Daughter to father. Or Nosey podcast. We also have TikTok.
We do.
Follow us there, Nosey with
I posted
Good
a reel
Intentions.
the other day for us.
Did you?
Squeeze a banana. I did.
You know I'm not on the talk.
Oh, that's right. You can look at it just without having an account.
Yes, but you got to send it to me.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So I can click on it and then
you don't have the app?
Copy and paste. No. I'm afraid to get the app.
Well, you're going to get hooked.
Because I see people like just scrolling.
I only really scroll TikTok when I'm taking a dump. Outside of that, I'm good.
The lady that owns the restaurant loves it. Loves it. Can't get enough of it.
Because it's just nonstop.
Cannot get enough of it.
Yeah, and it's random. You don't pick who you see.
I mean, it's fascinating stuff. Don't get me wrong.
It's funny.
She loves it. Can't get enough of it.
It's funny stuff.
She'll say, I learned this new thing. And everybody's like, TikTok?
Oh, hell.
She's like, yeah.
No, there's a one video on TikTok that I think is super funny. It's a white girl. She gets on the camera and goes, I'm not white. I'm Italian. And then somebody stitched it, which means they added that to their video. So they're coming up next. And the person goes, mayonnaise with olive oil is still mayonnaise. And I died laughing. That shit was funny as fuck. Whew, there's some good stuff on there. There's some ignorant shit on there too.
That's funny. I only sent me one of this girl, and it's an idea, but it's like all these years later, and she's talking about, I can't remember what she said, but she said, if we go on these dates, you gonna suck on these titties. And she's got this laugh. She said, I done went and got my hair done. I done went and got my clothes together.
A black woman, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. I can't think. I don't know her actual name, and I can't remember her.
The one that wears the glasses. Yeah.
And she just laughing. It's so funny. It's so funny. You gonna suck on these titties. You gonna get some of this. I done took a shower. Done got everything fresh. You gonna take this. It's so funny. If you remind me, I'll show you after this. So anyway, you
don't suck on these titties.
I don't even think that's what she says. No,
that works. That's just good, just as good.
So,
shit.
What else do we have?
We got eggs.
Eggs. We love eggs.
We do it every time.
We love eggs. Nosey good.
Yeah.
Anything else we forgot? It's in our link tree on Instagram. Yes. Nosey with good intentions. We got an email. We'd love to get more.
Yeah.
So please feel free to email us anytime. We love a good constructive feedback. Listen, if you've never done a podcast and would love to give us advice about doing a podcast,
come on down.
Nosey with good intentions at gmail.com.
I've definitely got advice or unsolicited advice about podcasting.
Feel free to continue.
I love that shit.
I see that. Yeah, all right.
Is that all?
Yeah, that was it.
Thank you for listening to our Nosey Nonsense.
See you next time.